Good evening, everybody. This is Dixieland Base Wars. We're going to go ahead and introduce Miss Alyssa Moore. Would you like to tell them what team you're from, where you're from, and what you run?
I'm from the Team Fracture from Slida, Louisiana, and I run four 8-inch Savard high Qs on a Terra Hams 5K.
What class does that put you in, hon?
Girl, um, you tell me.
I can't even
I ping,
remember what class you run.
I ping pong.
You swap classes a lot because you live with a builder, do you not?
I do.
A really good builder. Please tell Eric we love his work because
I
it is
will.
beautiful. And I heard you're doing some testing for Savard too. What you testing?
A whole in a sixth order. We're going to be comparing it to a high Q10.
Okay. Let's see. I'm still not seeing comments.
They're not coming up on my end either.
Well, we'll get them eventually. Hmm. Let me see if I can figure this out. I think I know how to do it. There we go. Now we should start seeing comments any minute.
Okay.
All right, sweetie. What kind of car do you actually have?
2015 Honda Fit,
Little yellow car.
purple rims.
Uh-huh. And I believe a couple of these plates behind me are builds you've had in there before.
Yes, ma'am. Trying to get on another one.
Good evening. I love that truck that he runs. It is such a great truck. He's got a sniper build in it. He comes to
Sniper's console, right?
right. Oh, look. We have another one of our teammates up in here. I don't know what that means, but okay.
He meant to put Meep Meep. That's the name of the car.
Oh, okay. I had no idea what the name of your car was.
Yeah.
Good evening, Miss Jessica. Congratulations on your personal best this weekend. I appreciate you coming all the way down to Florida for me. Ah, and here was another personal best. Josh Duckworth. First time he's ever ran for me. We started with a 140. By the end of the day, he was posing with a photo of a 145. And we
Hey.
couldn't have been any more happy because this is running like 70 watts to each sub. Like he is running really low power. It
Mhm.
was such a great build. No, that would be me. The judge is allowed to be quiet.
That's me.
I'm allowed to be quiet now. I ain't got time to be fixing stuff. All right. For this weekend, I went to Hazel Green, Alabama first. And I would like to say thank you to Pride Audio because they sent their car out. It was amazing. It was at both days for my Hazel Green show and the Florida show. And man, that car was just stunning. I am quite happy with that car. But at Hazel Green, something very good happened. Dark Side Creation pulled up. I was 2 hours early for the show, and they come in 17 deep 2 hours before a show.
Lord.
Every one of them, trailers, they were ready. And they had an amazing day. Nick Burnell and his crew are on it when it comes to that meter. Something else that happened to me at that show, Mr. Chauncey Brown, he runs the Alabama top 10 list. And it was his first time in 2 years getting on a meter for me. I've been waiting 2 years on this man to get on the meter for me, and he finally done it. Pulls in the middle of a tornado and decides, hey, today's the day I want a meter. So, yeah, I appreciate that. And Shane Winchester was out there helping my newbies for me, trying to teach them how to run the lanes. Much, much appreciated there, too. Let's see, what else we got? We had Jesse Cartwright join Bang Gang this weekend, and Seth Harris come over to flexing on them. So, Seth, congratulations on your new team, sir. I love seeing them all get on these new teams, especially when it's a team that I know will help them out.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Let's see what else we got for our news. Brandon Tutt also had a personal best this weekend. And if y'all haven't seen Brandon Tutt from Bang Gang's vehicle, y'all might want to go look because that's a great build from the front to the back. It's got really nice rims, really nice paint. He's had motor work done, and it does 62s with a no wall. He's like shocking me because he has 2 or 3 vehicles that he pulls up in. I never know which class he's going to go in because I can't keep all of his vehicles straight. Okay, last thing for our news. Mr. Jake Luke will be at the farm in Tennessee in Cedar Grove for the David Little show. I hope he has a great weekend. And I will be in Jackson, Alabama for the new school versus old school show. Other than that, that's our news for this week. Let's see. What we got in here in the comments? Because we've had some really good runs here lately. Man, Dark Side Creation has come out and just annihilated my meter. Can't wait until my team comes out and does the same. Oh, look, I will see you Saturday. I can't wait to see him. It's been a while since I've seen any of the ones from the upper Florida area. Let's see. Anybody got anything they want to ask Miss Alyssa? Since we got a female lane runner on here tonight, y'all throw some technical questions at her. She loves those.
Please don't.
I'm messing with you, sweetie. I wouldn't dare. Mr. Anthony de Naples is in here. Hope to get him back out with his van sometime soon. Because I was watching it come up in my memories where we did tap time with his van. He does 65s plus, and man, it looked like we were killing them. And they were having a great time. We left the door open for them so they could get out. But man, they were screaming like we had done murdered them. I love that. Mr. Clay from Tennessee. It's good to see all of y'all in here. Yeah, he does love technical questions. So if y'all have technical questions, y'all just look Anthony up. Because, man, it those three rings on his fingers means he's got knowledge and he wants to give it to you. And he wants to give it to you all at one time. I promise. He went way over my head with it. Didn't understand hardly anything. But as far as being helpful, if you got a problem, he'll help. So I ain't into the technical part of it, but he sure is. He can tell you how to go out and win a championship or two.
Huh.
I might need to start listening. I really might. No, we don't have a thing about voltage. Not at all. If you've got it, we're happy for you. If you don't have it, we'll teach you how to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, man, you can't do this stuff without voltage. Not at all. Yeah, I was awfully proud of that score. Awfully proud. Because he's got the little bitty sundowns. Man, he did great. Uh, you're listening? Well, we need answers. We don't do technical. Y'all got to give it to us.
Please, I only know some words.
Oh, actually, we've had a really great weekend. I got to play with all the stunt walls down in Florida. My headache's just now going away.
Oh no.
I picked the worst place in Florida to set my tent up. Right, I set it up, and they said every vehicle pointed dead at me all day long. Man, I don't know what to do if they do that to me.
I would have moved the tent. You better than me.
No, it was a really great show. I loved the location. It was out in the country.
Oh, those are
It,
always good.
yeah, it was really a chill location. And I'm not used to going to a whole lot of just truck shows.
Mm-hmm.
So it was different, and I loved seeing it. And I had the Pride car out there, so I could have some good music. All right, y'all. We ain't got no questions for her. What's up? She don't make these plates because she's quiet. She makes these plates because she's in the lanes running.
I'm on the plates because I make pretty boxes.
Mm-hmm. That you do.
I don't make the boxes. I stain the boxes. Let me rephrase.
Yeah. Y'all got a bunch of pretty stuff sitting in the driveway. You want to tell them about Eric's truck? Since he's the president?
Um, hold on. Let me get it right. 4 Ho 12s
Uh-huh.
in a regular porter box on 2 Tera Amps for Smart 5s.
Good job.
Okay. Don't ask me about his mids and highs because I don't know.
Everything's Savard currently. And I think he'll stick with Savard. Savard's been really good to him. Savard has. And if y'all don't know, Eric does most of the testing for Savard Audio because he goes really hard on these subs so they know what to do. They found out, Eric can break some stuff if he wants to.
Yes.
But he tests them just to the point where he can find that fine line. All right. So what are you metering right now?
right now, the port is incorrect, but right now I do a little over a 145 in the kick. My
Okay.
best has been a 148.86, but we
Okay.
got too antsy and changed the port up in it. But Eric, I think his best, I don't want to lie. I think he does mid 50s. Let me just say that on the 412s.
He gives great hair tricks.
Yes.
He is a musical build. Uh-oh. They have mentioned it now. I have been waiting on this. Yes. I have already called Billy because we got some challenges to issue. We got to get this Team Wars thing up off the ground. And I am coming to do one with my national team, and I'm coming to do one with y'all. We doing Team Wars because I'm excited about it. As soon as he said even a wall gets a 10 plus handicap, hell yeah, I'm in. I need it. I need a handicap, even though I'm a wall. That's sad. Somebody gonna have to get me out here and teach me how to be loud one of these days. Me too. Me too. This is Miss Kayla. She comes to most of my shows. She is Seth's valet. Every time he's ready to meet her, he calls her and says, "Hey, I need my car." She brings the car. It is ready for him. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Man, I hope it draws people in and lets us play. We are not sure on this one yet because if a trump card gets 20, Billy gonna have to come up with something for a handicap for that.
Mm-hmm.
Big time. We're gonna need it. Boy, you got the plus 10 as soon as you turn the ignition on. All these loud people acting quiet. Uh-huh. I hear y'all. No, I'm not going to Sundown. They announced the date for the Sundown show after I'd already booked a show. So I'm going to be a person of my word and just be sad that I missed Sundown. I miss all the good shows now. But I have a lot of great shows, so I guess I should be grateful and happy. I just want to go play with my friends. He has got one of the best C pillar builds out there. Gonna rip it out and go B pillar. Okay, just follow suit, just like everybody else. We hear you. Mm-hmm. Loud enough from the C pillar. He's mid 50s for the C pillar with 2 subs.
Oh.
No. Yeah, we hear you, mister. I knocked my hatch off my car completely.
I would cry.
He had to go get it welded up twice since then. I think he's got it now. But still, I would cry if I knocked parts off my car like that. But I don't play as hard as he does either because he comes out swinging. Definitely. Excess Power is going to be such a great show. At what, 5 or 10? This is Mr. 5 Hertz. Like we have had to figure out how to get things to stop rattling in his vehicle just so our meters will read how low he plays.
Lord,
Yeah, I call him Mr. 5 Hertz.
gotta put that on a shirt.
Oh, definitely. Ah, he's got his hatch bolted in now. Okay, so you got everything fixed. Now, Mr. Chris Taylor has a really, really good DC build. If you hadn't seen it, it's kind of old school looking, where you can see through plexiglass windows and all. I love his build. He's got little arrow ports. They're probably about that big. He's got
Mhm.
4 or 5 of them across the front of his box, and it does amazing in the lanes. It does so good that I sent Rusty a video of it. It was like, you got to see the scar, man. Yep, we know. You got one that does sound quality and one that just messes people's minds up. I don't know who all's coming to that show. I can't wait for it because I'm ready to see some old schools. I miss pulling up to car shows and there being a bunch of box Chevys. Well, last time I got a demo in yours, I was very, very happy with it. Well, what show are you going to next, honey?
We have a local show coming up on Saturday, but also on Saturday we're going to be going to Base Wars on the Beach in Biloxi.
That's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss y'all.
We're going to miss you.
Hello. This is the promoter for the old school versus, or the new school versus old school. I'll get it right eventually. I'll get it right. I'm looking forward to the Birmingham show. I don't get to do a whole lot in Birmingham, and it's a really good location for the base heads. We need to get her one of your shirts. Base hair don't care.
Yes. Hit me up.
We got to get her one.
Your shirt.
She loves some hair tricks too.
And I know a guy that can get you a bobblehead.
Hey, Carl Reuter. He gets a personal best every time I see him, and I ain't seen him in a couple months, so I'm expecting at least half a dB over whatever personal best was last. He manages to pull a half a dB out for me every time he sees me. I can't wait to see him. Another female, follow her. She's got a beautiful little build. Love it. She calls her car a beautiful nightmare. It's Freddie.
Ooh,
It's Freddie themed. You'll love it. It's right up your alley. Next show for me currently in Georgia will be Atlanta Motor Speedway, August 12th. I think. I'd love to see a 50 out of an avalanche. That'd be great.
I
Just
just
excited to have some new people in the lanes.
I just want my eights to hit a 50.
Girl, that's work.
It is.
That is work.
We were so close, and then we started fiddling with it too soon. Base head problems.
Yep. Yep. There's always a bunch of base head problems. Let's see what I got on the 22nd. I probably have already booked a show. 22nd, I am at Lakeside Showdown all weekend. Meridian, Mississippi. I will be there Saturday and Sunday. But I think I'm going to come in on Friday night just so I can see the little mini trucks. They have $2,000 going to the best mini truck.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
let me get a
excited.
mini truck right quick.
You got one. It's in the shop. Or has Eric not told you what's in the shop?
Oh,
Do a great job on it this weekend. You'll make it. I figured he just hadn't told you he bought another mini truck.
oh no. I know about all the purchases.
Oh man, I would love to see her do a 50 in that car. Oh, there's your baby.
Brought the puppy.
Yeah, y'all watch out. That puppy gives mouth sugar.
Oh yeah, he'll hung you down.
I love that dog. Well, everybody seems to be really quiet tonight. There you go, hon. I can't wait. Because, yeah, as soon as she has an alternator, she'll be in good shape. Oh, I can't wait. Because you did, what, a 55 already? Where are you at on the meter, Dawn? Because I know at finals he put up a really great score. 53.08. Okay, explain Team Wars. That is not something I can do at this time because that's it. Something Billy just showed us. He has explained it to me, and I am going to call him to my location so we can do Team Wars and him show me how to do it. Because there's math involved, and I need to know.
Math.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You better fix that windshield. His whole windshield was loose last time he left the show.
That's another thing I'd cry about if I break.
No, no. Windshields, no. That's just part of the game.
My windshield's half my car.
Ah, okay. He's already got the windshield replaced. That's good because it's raining.
I'm crying for everything.
No, that's just part of it. We got to break stuff. We try not to, and we do a whole lot of maintenance to keep it from happening. But yeah, what we do is it's gonna happen. There's somebody riding around with a busted windshield right now. Okay, so everybody's breaking stuff. I hate that I had to miss June Fest. That's another local show that happens up near Huntsville, and it's a really good show. But we're really starting to have a lot of good shows in Alabama. Well, I can see how a ratchet strap would help. He only plays those low hertz.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks anything over 30 is a waste. Yep, girl done went and got loud on us. There's a bunch of loud females out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bunch of them. Beth Burnell with her tens, she's killing it in the lanes. Danielle Dorman, killing it. Jessica, she's always been on that meter. But we've got a bunch of females that have joined in here recently, or at least I found them. Because hell, when I first started doing this, I didn't think there was another one of me out there. Now I'm just proud to see there's females doing it. All right. Does anybody want to call in and tell us about your first experience in the Base Force lanes? Oh, yeah. We got Mr. Greg Kelly in here. Greg, you want to throw up when your next shows are? I'd be happy to put them up for you. I think you've got excess power coming up. Can't think of what else. Now that's a stranger I ain't seen in a minute. I'll be glad to see you back out. All right. So for Mr. Greg Kelly shows, and he's got excess power and sundown. And like I was telling you earlier, Jake Luke has the Team Resilient Sounds at the farm this weekend for Mr. David Little. I did the first show, and he's going to do the rest of them because that was a long drive for me. I'm just glad to see, we got so many shows going on. Let's see. Mr. Pop Tot. Good to see you in here, man. Another one of my favorite builds. Mr. Aaron. That man can't go nowhere without getting spotted. Facebook
Nope.
spotted everywhere. He couldn't sneak anywhere if he wanted to.
Not even a little bit.
Miss Denise, good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're recovering well from Slamology. And this one right here, I do a show for her, a memorial show, and we have had such a great time. I think this is our 4th year doing the Jared's Band show. Do it in Jasper, Alabama, and man, we have enjoyed the location that we got. Gonna have IASCA and ISPLL with me there this year. All right, let's see. Jordan has UAF and the beach show this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Man, those are great shows. Hey, if anybody needs t-shirts for the Jared's Band Show, please get in touch with this lady right here. I'm going to go back and flag her comment. Give me just a second. Well, where'd it go? I done lost it. Trying to put her comment up there so I can see it. All right. If y'all need t-shirts for the Jared's Band Show, that's your lady you need to be in touch with. All right. Greg's thrown up another show. And that's one of his personal favorites. But it looks like everybody in the world's going to Sundown. Man, I'm so jealous. So jealous. Yeah, I'm excited for that one too. All right. Well, anybody can call in if y'all want to. I can send you an invite in just a second and we can get you in. So has anybody got anything they want to say? Psh. Boy, you talk louder than that. Which show you going to, Jeff? Because I'm looking forward to seeing your new Jeep. Hey, can somebody answer this for me? I think we're going to be at Wake the Dead, and if I'm not mistaken, it is Jimmy Pittman. Please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. No. I hope I remember to tell you happy birthday. Because Lord knows I don't want to forget. I think Jimmy posted it up that we're going to Wake the Dead. Man, y'all go everywhere. Her husband's a truck driver, so he don't think nothing of loading these vehicles up and just going across the country. But man, she's ready to have hers up on that trailer. She wants to be a passenger princess.
Same.
Man. Somebody just got to teach me how to tow my stuff. I just want my cars there with me. Yeah, we got a bunch of them coming up. So you'll be at most of my shows and one that's not. And I will release shows. If y'all don't know, I just put them on my personal page. They are on the Base Wars page. So they're there when y'all ready. I love that. Hers is pretty enough to be a trailer queen, too. Yeah. He tends to call ahead of time and make sure he can get into where we're at. All right, let's see. Pop Tart has next weekend, 10th and the 12th, is 712. Boom. Oh, that's a good one. That is a great show. I am so jealous I can't go to it too. And if I saw correctly, we have Living Loud with Andy up in here, Mr. Kicker. Thank you for showing up. We appreciate you. We all out here repping our kicker today. Always. Oh, well, hello, Jeff. Good to see you. I hope you found you some tweeters that you like. The message he put on Facebook the other day that he was looking for a good set of tweeters. So if anybody knows a really good sounding set that gets really, really loud, message him and give him some advice on which way to go on that one. Because there's so much good equipment out there that I ain't got to play with all of it yet. I ain't got deep enough pockets to play with as much as I want to play with. Because I want to try everything that's new. I love that. Been running kickers since the 80s. All right. Comments are filling up with what kind of tweets are really good. And y'all, he doesn't mind compression tweets. But I've got a set of those crescendos that you're talking about, and I love those too. And I love my Hertz. You got anything that you really love? The Savard make really good tweets.
Mm-hmm. I currently run the component sets, the 6.5 component sets with the tweeters, and they do really great for me.
Okay.
I'm trying to look around to see if we have a tweeter sitting out.
Miss Tina says she has some rogues, so I know those sound good. Oh, hadn't thought of stereo integrity.
We got a Savard Pro tweeter.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Something nice and loud that won't get, crushed in a build.
Yeah, nope. And the good thing about Savard, they have recombs for everything except the component sets. But all the Pro line has drop-ins.
Yeah, I got DS18 out there, and they've been sounding really good lately. It was nice seeing all those DS18 tents set up. We like compression tweets. As long as they're not pointed dead in my ear, I'm good with them. Michael Moore, would you please tell Miss Bella that we wish her a happy birthday because we didn't get to see her on her birthday. I didn't even know Resilient Sounds made tweeters. I thought they just made subs. Watch. Somebody gonna get me for that one. Heath, you want to come in here? You're more than welcome. Anybody that wants to come in and talk to us, you can come in. Just tell me to send you a link and I'll be on it. No, 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 no. I, okay. All right. Give me just a second and I'll send you a link. Because I haven't got to talk to you yet. Let's see. All right, sir, your link is sent. Well, Mr. Bass Dad's coming in here. Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
Miss Bella says hello to everyone. She's my favorite. Have you seen Miss Bella with Beats and Treats in her little power wheel? She runs Gately equipment and it is amazing in her power wheel. She got a 50 in a power wheel
That's impressive.
in a plexi box.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's beautiful and killing
I
that.
love Lexi.
I'm just so excited to have her out there with us. Yep, she's my hero too. Isn't that amazing how these little young kids come out here and renew our interest in this stuff?
For real.
I mean, for me, that's what does it. Seeing the kids come into the lanes. I get more excited over the kids than some of these, 60, 70 plus builds. I want to go see the kids because I know that's her future. If we're not teaching our kids this, it's going to die off.
Right.
We got to protect our lifestyle. And besides, if we teach our kids audio, they can't afford drugs. Had a great time meeting you too. Yep. Oh, another power wheel doing 60. Man, why didn't anybody build me like that when I was young? All right, Mr. Jeff's going to join us.
What's up, guys?
Hello, how are you, sir?
Oh.
I'm good. Sorry it took so long. I had to put on some clothes. I didn't think it was that kind of show.
Well, I don't know that Kicker would appreciate us coming up in here naked.
Probably not. I don't think Kip would like that.
I don't know. They're pretty tolerant of us, though. They know we don't act right.
How you guys doing?
We're great.
Good.
So,
Good.
why don't you tell us about your vehicle for those of us who don't know?
My vehicle is a lot of vehicles, but the one I'm working on right now is a 2005 Ford F-150. I have nicknamed it the Maroon Monster, but it's not been so monstrous lately. Let's see. Originally, I was running 2 JP63s in it and a couple of JP84 amps, and all of that stuff, all of it blew up. It all blew up, man. It sent out the smokes of hell and the flames, and so they're working on that stuff, and I've got some backup stuff in there now. I got a couple of 8K full bridge amps in there, and a couple of JP 234s in it. So it's still really loud, but it's like everybody else's car. It's a work in progress, right?
Oh man, these things never end.
Right. I do have a single kicker tweet in there somewhere, so, or a wire or something. So kicker will be happy.
I think we all have something kicker in
Right.
our
I know I got a sticker on the back window, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything I got kicker is my baseboard stuff and my t-shirts.
There you go.
I rep hard for them.
Man,
Everywhere I go, it says kicker on me somewhere.
Kicker was the first stuff. That's the first, like my wife when she got her first car when we were together. I got that's what we put in there. I got a kicker, one of those CXA 800s, and a couple of comp R. Were they 10s? Man, that stuff was loud. I mean, it was loud. It sounded good for what it was. So kicker makes solid stuff. I have no problem.
Those chairs she has were awesome. Hello, Mr. Joey. Good to see you in here, sir. Oh, where'd you go? All right.
Joey Perry.
Joey Perry. I asked a judge for Alabama, and well, I ask a judge for everywhere, really.
Right.
Go anywhere you want him to. So, would you mind telling me what got you into audio?
Oh man, so just I've been in audio since the '90s, and man, everybody I ever talked to says that. Like I've been in audio for 30 years, but I mean, I was in it for the '90s and very, very rudimentary because I didn't have any money. It was very simple. It was just stuff from the pawn shop and everything, and then I got married, I had a kid, didn't have any money, and then I guess I had a midlife crisis, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, and I thought my wife would leave me, but she was like, go ahead, do what makes you happy. So we spent like $10,000 on car audio and a bunch of cameras and stuff, and here I am, car audioing it up.
Hello, Mr. Dan Current. Good to see you, man. All right.
So that's my story. It's not that interesting, I don't guess. I didn't know you had a show, man. This is my first time seeing this.
I've had it for about a month now. I took Wednesday nights. We have Monday Night Live with Billy and Jimmy.
Right.
I'll take Wednesdays, and we have another judge coming on for Thursday nights.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna eventually get it to where we got a judge a night that has.
What does a judge mean? What does that mean?
Well, I have Alabama and Georgia from my states.
Okay.
And my show is geared more toward Alabama and Georgia.
Okay. All right.
I try to highlight who runs my lanes here.
So you're focused a lot on competition stuff then.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
This is all we do.
That's awesome.
We love it.
No, I love it. I love it. I love seeing women do stuff like that. This is amazing. I hope you guys do well, and I hope you get everything you need, everything you want.
Alyssa, you got everything you want?
I don't know anybody's got everything.
I'm content for now.
Is your name
You're
Alyssa?
content.
Yes.
Okay, I like that word.
I got your name tatted on me, but it's my daughter's name too. So.
All right. I heard you say you have a couple vehicles.
Yeah, I've got a couple. Let's see. I've got the F-150. I've got a Kia. I bought this one from Copart. It's supposed to be my like test car, but I really haven't got into it yet. But I have a Kia, what's that thing, a Santa Fe, and then we've got a Dodge Avenger, and what's the other thing? I have a Ford Edge too. That's the one that's got the kicker stuff in it. So yeah, I've got a few cars. I'd like to start another one, but I got to finish this truck first. This truck is killing me. I don't know if you've ever done a truck, man, but I'm having the hardest time getting decibels out of this thing.
I have done trucks. I don't mind doing trucks as much as I can't stand a trunk car.
A what?
Trunk cars. Man, they mess me up bad. I cannot build out of a trunk.
Oh, a trunk car. Yeah. I'm not a fan of those either, man. Hatchbacks are my favorites.
I cannot get a trunk loud. I just can't do it. I don't have the concept in my brain to get a trunk car loud.
That's how I feel about this truck, man. I mean, I finally just was like, all right, we're going to cut a hole in the back. So I did a blow through on it, and it's got 215 XV3s in the back. And I'm like, surely on 16,000 watts, 215 XV3s is going to be loud. And I'm barely hitting 150, not even quite.
Okay. How much testing have you done with that vehicle?
It's all been independent testing here, but I've done a lot. I mean,
because what I have learned about the Ford, the F-150s, they like to be metered over by the emergency brake.
They do what?
they like to be metered on the driver's side.
That may be it, man, because when you're sitting in it, it sounds like it's shaking your soul, but the meter just lies to me.
Yes, I have had a bunch of Ford trucks in my lanes that give me hard times trying to find the numbers.
That's good to know. That's good to know because it's making me want to kill it. Like, oh man, I'm like,
definitely check over by the emergency brake because
that may be it. It may be it.
I'm learning they need a Ford on that side.
It's giving me a hard time, man. I hate it. Oh me, it has been a mess.
Oh, Mr. Nick Burnell missed me telling about the roll-in. 17 out of 34 people showed up for a show from his team. All of them beat me to the show by 2 hours.
Wow.
It just blew my mind to be 2 hours early for a show so I could get set up and everything. And they're already there, unloading them off the trailers for me.
That's crazy.
Man, that team is amazing. They really do. They come out hard.
David Jenkins is asking what year F-150. It's 2005, David. Let me see your blow through for your F-250. I would love, Jessica, to see your blow through because I don't want to see mine anymore, that's for sure. It's hard to get numbers in a blow through. I agree with that.
Oh, the blow through she has is amazing. It really is.
I've seen hers, man. It's really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's insane. Man, let me get on here.
He's a truck driver. He's used to getting everywhere fast and just getting it done.
That's what I'm doing, Jessica. 157, same thing. It's like 157.8 or something.
Definitely try it on that driver's side over by the emergency brake.
She says she's doing a Salt 8. We were going to do the Salt 8, and then we went with the JP63. And then, like I said, it's getting service. So we're just running 2 8K full bridge amps. I mean, I don't think I could put a watt more on those subs. And getting 147.8.
Yeah. The Fords sound different when you're trying to build in them. it's easy to get a good, clean sound out of them. Hard to get them to meter right.
I would agree with everything you just said. It sounds really clear. Like people are all the time are like, man, that sounds really good, and it does. It's super clear. The acoustics sound great, but just as far as like just getting a score though, it's
Oh, well, everybody's agreeing with me. Throw that meter on that driver's side. See
okay.
what you got over there.
All right, I'm gonna try it, guys. I'm gonna try
That
it.
base board's legal.
I'm not gonna
You
try it
put
right
the
now
meter
because
anywhere past them seats.
I'm gonna try it now because it's thundering out in Memphis. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee, by the way. If anybody wanted to know, um, it is raining like crazy here, so I'm
I'm
done now
in
driving.
Pop Tart's new area.
Let's see, my truck's done 157, 160, and a cake. You got some cool guys watching the show, man. I like the comments.
Oh, man, I have some of the greatest people in the world that will show up for me when I need them.
So I don't know if you know, but I mean, I have a YouTube channel, and everything's pre-recorded, so I don't really get to interact with anybody. And this is really cool.
Can you do me a favor? Type out how do we find your YouTube channel?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey guys,
I
will do that, and I'll be happy to do that. I just did an interview with the owners of US Amps. It's a really cool show. So if anybody wants to, if you care about US Amps and want to see what they're doing, then it's a cool video to watch. I like it. Maybe it sucks. I don't know, but I think it's good. So, but
I'll
put,
tell us where we can find you. We'll come watch.
I'll put in the comments, and I'll make sure I'll plug your show also in the on YouTube for you. Are you just on Facebook? How do you like that platform?
We use StreamYard, and it goes to Facebook and YouTube.
So he does both at the same time?
Yes. And it can do more. We just only work on these platforms.
That is too cool. So I've been thinking about adding Facebook, but I'm not as clear on how all that works as I am with YouTube, probably like most people.
We just use StreamYard to do it.
Okay.
It's a really good platform for us. You'll probably end up enjoying it. It makes life simple because if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Oh, man, that's good to know because I'm not good at that stuff. So,
you saw how easy it was for you to click through the links. It's pretty much that way when I'm setting up a show too.
I want to say I did this before with, I think it was with Derek Wilson, maybe, or no, it was with DY Audio guy. I think we did one like through StreamYard.
Man, there's so many great shows out there.
There is. You just got to know them, man. YouTube has an algorithm that kind of sometimes it will show you stuff, sometimes it won't. It just depends on what you watch. So you have to kind of sort through it. But if you find it, there's a lot of good ones out there if you look for them.
Yeah, like if you need advice, the Living Loud with Andy show is great to go watch.
Yeah, I mean, Andy's actually somebody I consider an actual friend of mine. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's one of those people, like, if you message him, he will answer, and if you need advice, he'll give it to you. And like, I can't think of anybody that's more sincere than Andy.
No, me either, man.
Did I send that to y'all, or did I send it to? Did I do that right?
You put it in our private chat.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to do the actual other ones though. It's like it shows it to me, but it doesn't let me chat back. I don't think.
Let me see.
Let's see. Yeah, like there's no. It may be because I'm not
I got you.
I'm not y'all, so it won't let me.
There you go.
Okay.
I got you up.
Thank you, Base Wars. That was amazing. Husband, she's trying to get me a YouTube channel. I got TikTok. I'm scared of TikTok, man.
Man, I love TikTok.
I do too. That's why I'm scared of it, because I will watch that crap for all day long.
And see, now when I first started, I thought, God, I'm way too old to be doing TikTok. And then all of a sudden, I'd done spent 24 solid hours watching TikTok videos.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm scared of.
Out of my brain. I love it.
Seriously. Yes, I will melt down watching that. I love it, but it's like I can't. Like I just I don't know how to control it.
Me neither. I'll be over there watching cat videos before I know it.
I do too. And man, this is nasty, but I like the pimple popping videos. So like I will just watch that all day long. I know it's gross. I know it's gross. And I'm like watching it going, oh, this is so gross, but I'm still watching it.
It's a train wreck. You
Yeah.
can't look away.
Oh God, I can't believe I told everybody that.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Let's see.
There we go. Mr. Loud has entered the house.
Andy.
Mr. Wiley. Man, his vehicle.
Okay. Wow.
I got in the
I don't
wrong
know why.
side of his. He has one side of his vehicle that's windy, and
Yeah.
the other side is just painful. And I love hair tricks. I thought I was about to get a hair trick. They shut the door on me, and I was not okay. He about cut me in half.
That's awesome.
I'm like, what the hell? Where'd my hair trick go? He was like, you're on the wrong side.
On the wrong side.
Yeah, you should have told me that before you messed me up.
That's funny.
I got a video of it, and it's bad. I'm over there in a fetal position going, y'all can stop now.
That's funny.
Well, they think because I'm a judge, I can take whatever they dish out, and they think it's funnier when I tap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're gonna try to like make you tap.
Oh, yeah. They're going to burn shit up trying to get me to get out. And I'm not above telling them, hey, you're loud. Hey, I'm good.
That's awesome.
We're just good. All right. South Carolina. That would be Michael Martin, I believe. We got to find some shows in South Carolina. We got judges all over the place, and it's hard to keep up with who's the judge of what state.
And you handle, you said, what'd you say, Mississippi? You said Alabama and
I got Alabama and Georgia. I fill
you're
in.
the judge of those states.
I fill in Florida and sometimes Mississippi now.
Okay. I would go to Mississippi because I'm in Memphis, so that's not that far.
Okay, well, I need you to come to Lakeside Showdown. You're going to love this. It's a 3-day show.
When is it?
Let's see. Lakeside Showdown. Somebody needs to help me keep up with my schedule.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
The 22nd and 23rd is Lakeside Showdown in Meridian, Mississippi.
All right. Lakeside Showdown. 22nd, 23rd. I'm going to do my best to be there.
Yes, sir.
I've been wanting to get to some shows just to walk around and meet some people. I know a lot of people by name and by, like YouTube and on Facebook, but I haven't been mingling. Like I just had my knee replaced, so I've been sitting in the house.
Everything go well with your surgery?
It did. It actually went really well. And of course, I hope I look like it, but I'm pretty young to have a knee replaced. I had bad knees when I was a kid and was supposed to like wear braces. Of course, I don't want to wear them because like what kid wants to wear big ass braces and go to school wearing that crap? So I'd take them off. But I paid them for it now, and I had to have a whole tire replacement. So it happened about 3 weeks ago. But I'm walking. I don't have a cane. I'm walking now. The first week is pretty painful, but man, it's a lot better now. So I'm glad I did it.
Hey, there's a show this weekend that Base Wars, IASCA, and I believe ISPL will be at in Cedar Grove, Tennessee, which is right above you. It's not far.
Right above me. You're looking at a map.
Well, sideways something. It's 5.5 hours from me, but I've been to that show and you'll really like it.
What'd you say it was called?
Team Resilient Sounds at the Farm.
Resilient Sounds.
At the farm.
At the farm. Can't forget that part. on. That's right above me.
He's gonna go look and see where right above him is.
I did. I am. Don't be so already.
I hope he ain't using my map skills to get there because even Google gets me lost.
Yeah, Google can do that. That's not that far. It says it's about 90 miles from me. So hour and 30 minutes. I can do that. I can pull that one off. When is it?
Okay, well, there's your show for this weekend.
This weekend?
Yep.
All right. I will be there. So if anybody wants to see Base Dad, I will be at Cedar Grove, Tennessee, Friday. The Resilient Sound Show.
Saturday.
I've never had a thing that was Resilient Sounds ever in my life. I saw an ad one time with a subwoofer from there on Amazon.
Well, from what I'm seeing, I might try some of it too.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad stuff. They make pretty good stuff. They're kind of like oh man, what's the name of that place? The one that recones all the subwoofers, like the PPI or no, it's not PPI. That's one of the old ones.
PSI.
Yeah, PSI. That's
No, I love some PSI.
Yeah, PSI gets down, man. They're expensive, but they do their thing.
Everything I have ever bought from David Moore from PSI, I have been grateful to own it and owned it for years.
Yeah, that's stuff you know, it's like the old school stuff. It's gonna last you.
It's an investment.
Because they made, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they make it all here, and they make it all in house.
Nick Burnell, we've already got a call out for you. Team flexing on them, won't you? We want to do a show with y'all.
Absolutely.
We would love to. That would be one of the loudest shows I've ever been to. We've got the new Team War stuff where you can call out another team. And it's done on a bracket style where, you know, like trump cars get a handicap. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait to get started on this. But yep, I've already called him out from my team. Now I just got to get my team behind me to come on down. And Alyssa, you better be thinking about who we're calling out down in Louisiana.
Okay. The little subs get a handicap?
We might get to talk to Billy about this.
Okay. Because my babies need help.
How little are they?
They're 8s.
Little 8s.
She's got such a beautiful.
I can't see. What am I seeing?
Oh, this is my box in my hatchback.
Man, I bet that thing gets it, man.
It does a 45 right now.
Yeah, for 8s, that's crazy. I've seen some crazy stuff since I've been back in car audio. Got to like 26 and a half, man, like a 160. I'm like, I'm done.
I pick on truck cars because I can't build them. I'm too old to be crawling up in trunks.
That's funny.
Like, I'm way too old.
I hate trunks. You get handicapped for 30 hertz.
Boy, Mr. 5 hertz needs to go sit down. He ain't getting a handicap. If you can do numbers like you do at low hertz, no handicap for you.
No.
Even though he's on my team, I'd love to give him one, but I ain't about to.
That's funny.
So what was your last YouTube show about?
It's with the guys from US Amps. You know, they're bringing, do you remember US Amps from the 90s? Okay.
I do.
Yeah. So they bought the company from the guys who had it, and they are coming back out with stuff. That's where like Down for Sound. I wouldn't say they got their design from them, but it's definitely inspired by the old US Amps. And these guys are bringing it back, man. They've got a lot of product in the pipelines, and they just haven't had a chance to sit down with anybody and talk about what they wanted, what they're wanting to do and where they want to go, and what their plans are for resurrecting the brand. So we've got a 2-part interview with them. One part's out, the next part will be out this weekend. After that, I will have a interview with Derek Wilson on my show, and after that, the guys from Massive Audio. So it's a pretty good show. I like doing interviews with people and just kind of getting the side of the kind of the corporate side that we don't get to hear every day, and just kind of see where these brands are going and what they're wanting to do and how they interact with people like us. What kind of opportunities they give us for YouTubers and stuff like that.
Well, feel free to call Alan Palmer with Gale Force, because he's got some amazing stuff coming out too.
You said Gale Force?
Yes, sir.
That sounds familiar. I'll definitely check into that. So I do stuff like that a lot of interviews. Amp dynos. I just got, I'm sitting on my desk right here. I don't know. I'm on my phone, so I don't know if you guys can see this or not. This is a 100 amp variable voltage power supply. So it's 100 amps. You can turn it up to 16 volts, or you turn it down to 10 volts. That gets you power for your amp dynos. So, and you can strap 4 of them together. So I only have one because I don't have a lot of money, but so I've got one of these and a couple lithium batteries and some voltage caps for my test bench. Trying to get up to Derek's level, hopefully to hold these amp companies accountable.
Yeah, somebody needs to, because some of the best amps that I have found was watching Big D do the amp dynos.
He's changed the game. I mean, he has. Not only has he changed the game, but he's created a lane of revenue for YouTubers and stuff like that out of just checking up on these people. Because I mean, really, until he came along, man, there was no company that you knew for sure was, selling what they said they were.
When you run the Base Wars lanes, you're going to find something very interesting that we do. We class you by cone area and rated amp power. We teach you to buy the best amp you can for your money.
See, I didn't know that. I don't know a lot about competition, so I'm actually getting a lot out of this.
It's rated power on your amp. We don't even clamp. If you don't want to, you ain't got to clamp your car, because it's rated
power. Don't care at all. It's just cone area and what else?
Rated amp power.
Rated amp power.
If your amp says 10K on it, you better hope there's 10K in it.
So if you show up with a Power Acoustic 10K, you're gonna lose.
Hey, I didn't tell you to buy it. Okay. I told you to research on it. Buy the best amp you can get.
Well, luckily nowadays, I mean, there is a whole lot of companies that actually underrate their amps. But I mean, if you're trolling around on Amazon, you're still gonna find a bunch that lie.
Oh yeah. I've had some that just shock me.
Some of it's incredible, the lies they tell.
Yeah. Some of it's bad.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I've got, speaking of Power Acoustic, I've got, somebody sent me a 2,500 watt Power Acoustic. It's probably as big as my computer keyboard. Like, it's no way it's 2,500 watts. Like, but it's like, why does it say that? Like, why would you even put that on there? It's probably not a bad deal for what it actually is, but.
I know when I first started as a judge, I classed a car wrong, because he told me it was a 3K. I didn't realize that he meant 3K clamped. This amp was this big, and it was an 11K. And I'm like, ain't no possible way.
No.
As soon as I found out it was 11K, we had to change his class. And I'm like, no way that's putting out 11K. But he had told me it clamps about 3K.
That's crazy.
I was like, man, you should have bought a different amp, because that just jack your class up.
Oh yeah, that I mean, if that's the way you're getting positioned, then you don't want to buy any of those like that.
No, it's important to us to see what the amp dynos do.
That's one
Anybody
thing.
that runs Base Wars
Yeah.
will tell you. We go by rated power. We need to know that we're getting more for our money than what's wrote on the thing.
You know, we all should be able to go by rated power. It shouldn't be a thing to lie about the power. And that's one thing I've always had respect for Kicker for. They don't overrate and they don't underrate. I mean, you're going to get a few more watts than they say, but it's not like wildly underrated. You know, Kicker doesn't wildly underrate their stuff and they don't wildly overrate it, which is important, man, because there's, you know, everybody doesn't know stuff, you know. I mean, if you're competing, you do, but there's, you know, everyday people don't know that this amp that says 2,500 watts on it's only 500 watts, or this one that says 3,000 watts on it's really a 7,000 watt amp. You know, like they just don't know that stuff. How would they?
No, and then sometimes I've seen them do some weird stuff, like go to Walmart, buy some $50 subs, come out and bust a 50. And I'm like, how the hell did y'all do that? I see stuff like this all the time.
Man, I had a guy show up at my house yesterday. He was buying, I get a lot of equipment, so I have to sell it off every once in a while. And I just posted a bunch of ads. He came over and bought a Sundown amp for me. And had they're Q Power subs. You know what those are? The Q Power subs. Had 2 Q Power subs inverted. Now, they were in a nice box, but, I mean, they were on an Audio Tech amp. So I'm like, man, this is junk. And then he's like, man, he saw I had a meter. He's like, can I meter my stuff? I was like, yeah, I don't care. I meter his stuff. And it's like, he busts on 150. And I'm like, I hate you. Yeah, with an Audio Tech amp and some Q Power subs, and you're killing my $5,000 worth of Sundown crap. And I'm like, man. But he's in a hatchback. He's in a hatchback.
Man.
Right. He's in a hatchback. So, but it's just, you know, it's acoustics. You know, it's got the right box. It's in the right car. And he called me up when he got the Sundown amp. He's like, man, this sounds incredible. I'm like, I just can't imagine that you're any louder than you were. Like, I mean, I'm sure you are, but like, you got Q Power subs. Like, those are jokes. Like, that's not even a relevant thing. But I've seen people do it. Like you said, you know, go buy a bunch of power acoustic subs, like 10 power acoustic subs, stick them in a box, you know, and they're beating it. Crazy. I thought about doing one of those, you know, like buying. They've got some, like, I think they're I can't remember what they are, man, but they're like $15 on Amazon for some 10s. I thought about buying like 20 of them. just to see what it could do.
Hey, I love stuff like that. Like when they issue the $500 challenge and down. Yeah, I want to see what those guys are building. They might have some little mystery up in there that, you know, just changes the game.
I love it when I see somebody spend a couple $100, man, and they get exactly what they were looking for. Like I said, I was running 2 full bridge amps in my truck. They're backups, but these are 2 DS18 full bridge amps. They're just like tar amps or like the Sundown full bridges or whatever. Well, you know, tar amps are about, if you get an 8K, you're going to spend about $500 if you get it from like Amazon, $500, $600, $700. These are brand new off of eBay, $279.
Mm-hmm.
They watch per dollar, and they're I've got an AMM1. They're getting an 8K. So, I mean, $279, 3,000 watts. I don't care if it's a full bridge. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's DS18. That's a good deal.
Well, DS18's got some good stuff out there right now.
They do. They kind of shittied their name because they got some stuff that's not good too, and they're all over the place. But man, you know, I had to eat my words. I was like, somebody had said somebody else, and I'm like, oh, they suck. And then I was like, you know, then I got to kind of fooling around with them. I was like, all right, I got to take that back. They don't suck.
Yeah.
They have some really good stuff. Like the Hooligan stuff is A+.
I had to do the same with Stetson. Because
me too.
Jessica, I bought a couple of base 8Ks from her just to get me by while my aunt was in the shop.
Exactly what I just did. Yeah.
I blew my damn subs with them. But I blew one. But it was because I had more power than the previous amp had, and I didn't let out of it when I
You just weren't used to it. That's crazy, man. But like a lot of people will go, "Oh, well, tar amps suck," or whatever. Full bridge sucks, and it's like, but I mean, what's the difference between a full bridge watt and a half bridge watt?
well, here's the thing: you never know, because just because something isn't right for my build doesn't mean it isn't right for your build.
Well, that's true too, and I think we all could use a lesson in that. Just tolerance and letting people do what they want to do. I mean, if it's your car, you can do whatever you want to do, and I should respect that. But also, you just got to keep an open mind. You never know, because you know what? If you spend $200 and you get 8K, 8,000 watts, and you sound good and you feel good about it, man, then I'm happy for you.
Exactly. Right. I'm happy no matter what you want to run.
You may be smarter than me, who sit there and spent $1,500 on a Korean amp that's in the shop. So
now you're running the Terra Amp 5Ks, aren't you, Alyssa?
Yes.
One of them? Just one?
Are you doing the smart ones or just the regular?
Smart.
Okay. Smart. Man, those smart amps are fire, man.
I love it.
Yeah, I like those too.
What is the difference between the smart and the bass?
Do you know the difference?
I don't.
Okay, so the difference between the smart, the reason I say it's smart is because the power is the resistance regulated. So it's supposed to, like, if you have it set at 2 ohms, it's supposed to stay at 2 ohms. It's not supposed to get a lot of box rise. You'll still get some, but you won't get a lot. And it's also supposed to run the same thing at 4, 2, 1, half an ohm or whatever. They do get higher, but it still regulates it a lot better. The bass one is just like most full bridge amps are set to be full range, and then the bass one is not. It's set for subwoofers and stuff. So, but like the smart bass is the one to go with if you're doing subwoofers.
Okay. I had an amp company for a really, really long time that I stuck with. So I hadn't really done a whole lot of research.
Torrance is hard. Torrance is hard. They make a lot of amps. They almost make too many different amps. Like they do make a lot of amps. But that smart line that they've got in the smart bases are probably their best stuff. It's one of the best things they've done.
Well, I was shocked. I actually like those Stetsons I bought.
Stetson's about the same thing. I mean, they're close to the same kind of stuff. What's the other one? Tapano is kind of the same thing. Yeah, Tapano. Which I got, like you were asking about tweets, and somebody gave me like a set of Tapano tweets, same size as the DS or the Down for Sound ones I had, and I was like looking at them like these are gonna suck, But I didn't have any, so I put them in. Because I'm waiting on the Recones to get here for mine, and I'm seriously thinking about not taking them back out.
I love it when I find equipment like that.
I know, right? That's how I was about the DS18 amps. I'm like, these are just temporary. And then I'm like, I don't know that I'm going to take these back out. I may not, because I really like the fact that I've only got $500 in my bass amps.
That's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm tired of being broke.
Especially when you got $500 in your bass amps and everywhere you go, people are stopping you going, hey, man, what do you got in there? It sounds so good. That's like, nobody was doing that when I spent $2,000.
I would love to say I only spent $2,000.
Oh man, that ship sailed a long time ago. My wife won't do how much money we really spent. Do I?
All my stuff is hand-me-downs.
You're smart then.
Because Savard uses you as a tester.
Yeah.
But that is really cool.
So you test stuff for Savard?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about their stuff, or can you say?
That's all I run.
Okay.
I love Savard.
What are those? What is it? The rap subwoofers. You like those?
I ran a 15.
Yeah.
I liked it.
That's like their budget line, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I've been wanting to try some of their stuff. I've seen a lot of it, but I haven't had any on hand.
Oh, I love them, and the customer service is top tier.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's not, man. That is important. that can mean a lot more than a lot of stuff. You know, I mean, somebody can make like, you know, Orion has that HCAA, like the big subwoofer that everybody used to love. But from what I hear, you know, and this is second hand knowledge. I don't know this like firsthand, but from what I hear, the customer service ain't there anymore.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money to be spending not to have any customer service.
Hey, customer service is what I put above price.
Well,
If
you know, I was
my stuff fixed or I can't ask questions, I'm not buying from you.
yeah, I agree with you, man. You know, if you can't send it back, and I told people that I said, you want to find out if the store you're buying it shit from is a good store, send something back, see how they act. See how they act. You know, and Kicker is another. I know I keep bringing them up, but they're another one, man. I had my wife's subwoofer when it started making like some scratching noises. We didn't do anything to it. It's just, you know, been in the car a year. I don't know what was wrong with it, whatever happened. But, you know, I called them up and it had been about a year into it. And was like, hey, this subwoofer's making noise. And man, in 2 days, they had that subwoofer back to me, a new one.
Wow.
No questions asked, no money needed. You know, that's a good policy.
Yeah, it is.
You can't ask for better than that, man. And they should do that.
But there's so many companies out there now that are playing dirty when it comes to customer service.
I already know.
I put customer service over what the actual price of the equipment is.
Because I'm gonna tell you, if I buy your stuff and it's good, you know, even if whatever happens to it, if you can just help, you know, don't leave somebody sitting there after they spent $2,000 talking about I ain't gonna do nothing for you. You know, if you do, you know, if you make me feel good, then like we're loyal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're gonna keep spending that money with you if we feel good about it. But you know, if you shit on me after I spent a whole bunch of money on you, I'm gonna talk dirty about you. Like I'm not gonna say their name, but there's somebody on like if you go to my YouTube channel, there's a guy, there's a company that I just had a bad experience with them, gave them a bad review, man, and they didn't know how to handle it. They went nuts. They didn't think I'd do it. I'm like, are you crazy? You knew I was a YouTuber. Like, why would you sell me something and give me some bad, you know, just terrible customer service and then expect me not to say anything?
Right.
You know, I'm not saying you got to treat me like special, but yeah, I'm not saying you should treat me special, but you should have known I was going to make a video. Why would I make a video about it? Of course I am.
That's your job.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to let you just screw me over.
As long as you tell the truth.
And that's it, man. Like, and I did, you know, and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm not telling you what to do. Just this is my experience. And, you know, returns mean a lot to me. Like if they won't take stuff back, because there are so many places that will. Amazon, Amazon has some practices I don't like, but one thing they do that I do like is that whatever you have, they will take it back. If you don't want it, they will take it back. So, you know, why buy subwoofers anywhere else? Just buy them there. I mean, even if you do break them, they'll take them back. So,
man, this man right here has the prettiest car I have ever seen. Oh man, little no wall, and he's mean.
Who are you talking about?
Drake Brown.
Drake Brown.
Yeah, look him up. You're gonna want to see this build. It's beautiful.
Drake. I do want to look him up before.
Got some of my XB folks up in here. Good to see that. Uh-oh. We got blown subs and won't be competing for a while.
Is that a teal Magnum? I just sent you a friend request, Drake. Man, that car's sick. What, it was 28? Holy crap.
Wait till
man, that car right there, you talk about one that's acoustically sound, that some bitch beats. I already know it does. That's perfect. That is perfect. I love it.
I told you, man, that one's a great build.
Yeah, man, that I know it's loud. I know it is. It's just that's the right kind of car. That's awesome.
Hey Drake, have you got yours back from Jakar yet? Your other one? He's got a bubble over at Jakar right now. or
Really?
had one.
I like, man, that paint on there looks good, man. That's a good job, dude. That paint is sick.
Every time I've seen it in person, it looked gorgeous.
Yeah, I believe that. I don't know, all the graphics match too. It's neat royal hitters. Yeah, that's nice. You're running those Pride subwoofers? I don't know. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I just don't. I've never seen them. I mean, I've seen them on like YouTube and stuff, but I've never seen them in person.
Oh, prides are nasty, nasty. They will beat you to death. I love them.
That's good to hear. It's good to know.
I love some Russian
It's
stuff.
hard to tell, like videos, because you can look at a 150-pound subwoofer and it'll look like a freaking comp R on a video. Like there's no way to tell.
Yes, I will be at Lakeside Showdown. That's going to be a great one, and I hope you make it because I would love to see you. I have missed you.
That's the one. That's the one I'm going to, right?
Yes.
Yep. All right.
So you'll get to meet him there.
Yeah, that's the one in Mississippi. So I'll be there. I'd like to see that car.
The Caprice should be done for Wake the Dead.
I love Caprices too. I like Caprices, even though they have trunks. I still like them.
Oh, well, his is a really, really great Jakar build. I've been watching it for years now, it feels like.
What year is it, Drake? What year Caprice do you have? Come on. Send me. I got on show, please. Talking about 15s inside. Okay, eight Pride. You got 8 15s in there. Holy shit!
That's why Jakar's had it so long.
Golly, man. Yeah, I bet that thing does beat you to death. Wow. Yeah, I'd love to hear that.
All right, Jess, I'll send you some information in just a little bit when I get off here.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
'96. Oh, dude, that's my favorite. That and the what's the one right above the Impala? The Impala. But yeah, that's nasty, man. I love that. '96. That's a great year.
He's got some great stuff. And
yeah,
he's just as humble as can be about it. He pulls up. Here I am drooling over his stuff, and he looks at me and goes, it's not finished yet. And I'm like, dude, it's already better than anything I've seen.
Man, but I mean, to be fair, whose car is finished?
None of them. Never.
Right. I mean, I've stopped telling people that it's not finished. Like, it's not finished. It's never finished.
And I am going to absolutely 100% agree with that. Yep. Any Jakar build out there is always amazing. Daniel Powell can build. That man is on his money. Love it.
It's good to know.
Oh man, you better wait in line if you want a Jakar build though. Jakar builds take a while. And it's not that they're slow. It's so many people want them because they're such an elite builder.
Right.
You gotta get in line and just sit there and wait a minute.
I believe it, man. I mean, the good ones are. I can see everybody saying that. Everybody's saying the wire work they do, it's a freaking work of art. All the Jakar builds are absolutely slam. It's nasty. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear it.
I have never seen a Jakar build that come out of there that was not 100% perfect.
That's cool.
Like they are OCD as I am.
That's too cool.
All right. Good. I'm trying to get some links sent out. Give me just a second.
You're good.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I'm amazed by the way they run them wires so neat and uniform. My OCD loves it.
Mine too, man.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, when I was younger, man, I'd run them wires any kind of way in the world. But the older I get, I can't stand that crap. Like, that shit got to be neat.
Greg says you definitely need to have patience. How long has it been over there, man?
If you want it perfect, that's the way it is.
They are so worth it, though. All right. Mr. Anthony de Naples wants to join in. I don't know how much y'all know about Anthony, but he's from Georgia. And I believe at this point he has 3 world championship rings.
Holy crap.
Yeah. And he's got a van that I absolutely love. It's a Cosmos Audio.
I love vans, man.
No, man, you want to get my attention, pull up in an Astro van.
I love an Astro van.
Because I know what they do. And nobody's going to buy an Astro van and pull up and go, all right, I got 2 12s up in here. No, they want to do some stupid stuff. Let's get sketchy with this.
Oh, shit. I'm up on this Jakar Audio Facebook page, man. All right, I see what you guys are talking about. Oh, yeah. This is nuts.
Yeah, we're going to catch him over there drooling as soon as he sees a couple of these.
Yeah, this is nice.
Do you remember Old Silver?
Old Silver.
It was a C10 that was just nasty on the meter.
Not right offhand.
Okay, you might want to look it up. It is owned by John Ray McDaniel, I believe. I think I got his name right.
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I'm stuck on this Ford. Like, there's a Ford up here.
Yeah. John Ray McDonald. Sorry.
Oh, thing's crazy. He's got, what did it say, like 12 or thick salt 12 in it?
He's had his car there for 2 years now.
Holy crap. But man, I mean, if it comes out looking like that, I'd let him have my car for 2 years too.
Yeah, if you can do it, I would just sit back and wait and be patient. Because I'm at that stage in my life. I'm ready to have bought, not built. I am over the building stage. I just go to the great builder.
If it's not fun, you can't do it because you're not going to do it well. You're going to hate it. It's not going to be good. So if you're not, enjoying it, and I'm with you. Like I could stand to have a car built. Like that would be all right.
Yes. Well, I've proved to myself that I can build a car now. I'm over it. I really am. The blood, sweat, and tears. Let somebody else do that.
My thing is my car, though. Like, I could build your car. It's my car. I always been pulling my hair out on my own car.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
I could build for somebody else. I just couldn't build for me.
Like I said, this truck, I just can't leave it alone.
Now, see, that's the real truth. I couldn't afford bought. Yeah, that's the reason I learned how to build. All right, let's move Mr. Anthony up in here.
How's it going?
Now, you want to tell them how many championships you have? How many wins you got?
3.
Yeah, just gonna floss them right there in front of us.
Just 3.
Just 3.
Just a handful of jewelry over there.
No, that's too cool, man.
So, but yeah, that's about it. Just I've been kind of keeping it on the download this year because family and stuff like that. But you know, hopefully I'll get out there. Either this month or next month.
We're
Bust
getting you out there.
a big number.
Get a quick ring.
It's time to play tap games.
So I got this bad boy over here.
Oh, I'm looking at. Oh goodness. Nice.
Oh, look at him with the belt up on the dash.
Is that your living room? Are you in your living room?
No, I'm in my garage. I'm in my garage.
That's too cool. That's awesome, man.
So.
Oh, I'd park my truck in my living room if I could.
Man, me too. I've got 2 cars I would park up in the house if I could.
I definitely would, man. If I thought I could get away with it, I would do it. Dude, that's sick.
Let me see if I could grab a flashlight real quick.
I can't quite see in there, but what I saw looks sick.
I'll grab a flashlight. So wait, gonna go into the sound quality vehicle to get a flashlight.
There's our Indiana judge.
So I'm running.
Okay.
That's in the Colorado. Gotta rebuild that one.
Whoops. My bad.
That's all right.
There you go.
Nice.
So
Still got. Say help me.
Still got the That's the.
It does say help me. Trunk
That's
King.
That's the block off plate that we ended up making at 10 o'clock at night at NSPL finals last year, because we ended up blowing one of the subs, and luckily last year was able to still get 2 championships with just 3 subs. So
Is that me or is that your audio?
Say that again.
I'm getting a lot of audio feedback or something.
If you put earbuds in, it'll help.
Okay.
So, but so last year at finals, I got a 65-4 sealed on the dash, and then a 66-7 outlaw in the kick. So last year, my personal best in the kick was at Sundown Show with a 67-6. So.
All right. When he gets his audio fixed, we'll bring his audio back in. All right. So, Anthony, what did you learn at Sundown last year? What's the most important piece to take with you?
A soldering iron.
He had a lead come loose. Nobody at Sundown had one.
So we brought a soldering iron to every single show before that, and then we decided, okay, we're not going to need one at Sundown, and then we ended up needing one.
I agree with Jess. You got to bring CA glue with you too.
Yes. So, but
glue, a soldering iron, and you need a nice set of torch.
I got a couple kits up there.
Loud.
That, hopefully, we'll get the 4th one rebuilt, and then I'll have a spare kit.
All right, now can we hear you?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, now we hear you.
It was pretty bad there for a minute. Yeah. My bad.
A little scratchy, but now it sounds great.
Yeah, no, it was bad. I started calling my computer. I knew I should call on my phone, but I was like, I don't want to be stuck to the computer. So, but it's all good. Yeah, man, the ride's sick, bro.
Thank you. So I got.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
I got their Cosmos Audio SPL Team 18. They're the Neo 18s.
Right.
And then I got 2 SPL 13Ks Cosmos Audio, and they're running a quarter ohm each.
Wow.
Yeah, on 225 amp hour C-Max.
You like the C-Max?
No alternator, so just C-Max.
What do you mean no alternator?
Like, I don't have an alternator in the van right now, so.
Really?
Last year we ran an alternator for 2 shows, and then it died on us, and then we never ran an alternator since. So, but
you just run off battery power the whole time?
Yeah, battery power the whole time. So when I first brought the van out, so the van's been competing since '92, and it kind of disappeared back in like 2013. It kind of disappeared, and then last year it kind of just reappeared. So yeah. So, but yeah, so that's that. And then so like battery wise, like I started the season last year on headway. I had a 200 amp hour headway, and we were doing like 6.4s, clamping about 16K out of the 2 amps. And then I switched over to C-Max, and on just the 90 amp hour, we were able to double the power. We were able to get over 30K on just the 90. Gained about 2.6 dB just on the 90. And then Sundown Show, we put in an extra 135 amp hour, and we jumped up another dB.
Wow, you just made me really question my headway bank.
So, like, backyard scores, the van's done 68s on 2 amps, backyard scores. Obviously a backyard score doesn't count, but just, that's
just so you know, headway is what he had in the van before he went to the C-Max.
Yeah. Right.
The C-Max come from my house to go to him, and the headway come to me. So, depending on what your needs are, is where
I like my headway bank, and it was
Melissa has an awesome story about bringing that C-Max from Alabama to Georgia. Why don't you share that story?
I got pulled over right outside of Atlanta with a C-Max sitting in my front seat, and they called the fucking bomb squad on me.
I was just going to say that. I wondered if they thought it was something crazy.
It was a rookie cop, and he pulled me out on the side of the road in Atlanta, sat me on the pavement, and waited on his superiors to show up. The main cop gets there, and he goes, Rookie, you need to go to lunch, and you need to let her go. I don't care how fast she was driving. But they come for the bomb.
Pull down your car for some batteries.
And here's the funny part. I didn't even try to explain to him what it was.
I would let him figure it out.
Call your boss, please. I wasn't going to be rude. I just told him, call your superiors.
That's insane.
But I cannot believe that. Yeah, I called Jess when it happened. It was like, you ain't gonna believe this shit.
Yep.
The Atlanta cops are something special.
They
Like
are.
real
They
special.
really are.
Well, years ago, when I started competing back in like 2006, and years ago there was a big. So I'm originally from New Jersey, and we just moved down to Georgia about like 5 years ago. But like 6 years ago, something like that. But when I started first competing, I had a Chevy S10. It was on hydraulics. I had a system and everything in it. It sat
hydraulics.
Yeah, it sat frame and it sat body. I had the custom one-off 100-spoke wheels with 24-karat gold nipples, spokes, and diamonds. I got pulled over going to a New York show because they thought that I had a bomb in the back. So
We're just audio people. We're not out here trying to hurt nobody.
yeah, I know.
Somebody said in the comments, Matthew says, to be fair, C-Max can be a bomb. He's not lying.
In the wrong hands, yes, it could. If you
weren't worried about that.
So Melissa was saying, like, if it was a bomb in her car, like, wouldn't you think it would be like strapped to her body and like have a button or something?
Well, I'm looking at it
like you're just riding around with a bomb in the passenger seat or something.
If I got a bomb in the passenger seat, don't you think I got the detonator in my hand? Because dude didn't even check me. He just sat me on the concrete like I was in timeout.
Yeah, you could have blew him up. Oh, it's hilarious.
I have never, as a grown woman, been so embarrassed to have the cops show up. It was like, what? Y'all don't even know.
That's funny.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. But I did make it to Anthony's house with the bomb.
Bomb.
And then I brought a bigger bomb back. Big deal.
Yep.
Because what I brought back was the headway bank that goes from one side of my car to the other.
That looks like that one looks like the bomb you got like under your jacket and shit.
Yeah, the headway.
Yep.
Oh, girl.
He knew what you needed. That's funny. He just wanted to cuff you.
Girl. Okay. So Anthony, we got to work on some Georgia shows. We need some there.
And like I said, I'm gonna find out, like, hopefully by this weekend, about possibly, doing Durham Town, with having them do a show there.
Where are you at in Georgia, Anthony?
I'm in Lawrenceville, so it's like 45 minutes northeast of Atlanta.
No, I used to live there. I lived in Norcross and Alpharetta. I lived in
that's close. Yeah, that's close.
And then I lived down on in the nice part in Peachtree. It was not my house. I lived with somebody. I can't afford to live on Peachtree, but it was a nice place over right by Lenox Square. But
nice.
I've been in Atlanta a lot. I would love to come there for a show. So if you guys have any going on around there?
August 12th, Atlanta Motor Speedway. I got you one coming.
Atlanta.
I was there last year. It was a good show. I was there last year.
Speedway. I just haven't been to a show, audio show there.
I brought my sound quality vehicle there last year, and I had my nephew with me, and I let him run the lanes in the sound quality vehicle.
Lawrenceville. Is he talking about
David Cook's Tahoe? Like I have the DSP tuned for sound quality because I don't know. I guess it's just something about being older. Like I can't ride around all day long listening to like that kind of stuff. Like, I have to have. I don't know. I don't know. The older I get, the more sound quality I need in my life.
Well, I need sound quality with SPL, and that's a hard mix to get.
It is.
Because I can lean one way with my subs a little too hard and won't be able to demo.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't lean hard enough on the SPL side, then I come up short on the meter.
Yep.
So trying to do both with the same car, I'm about over it. I'm about to have a dedicated car for each.
So, like, I do sound quality with the Colorado because I'm limited on space because I got 2 car seats and, you know, so I run 2 6.5s under the seat, box tuned to 32 hertz. I could play down to low 20s with 6.5s. And then when I really want to show up, I'll pull one of the car seats and I'll put my 8th order bandpass for a single 8th in there. And that one does pretty good. That one at Sundown Show, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, in Port Wars, did a 65.8 on a single 8 on like 500 watts. So
I don't know where he went. He dipped out on us.
I actually have the 8th order buried over here.
What am I looking at?
It's kind of buried, but it's a 8th order bandpass.
Oh, okay.
So for a single 8.
Yeah, Anthony's also got an amp over there that's going to pay for his daughter's college.
What you got over there, Anthony?
Oh, I got a...
Dude, that's my porn. Amps. Like, I can just watch amp videos all day long. I love that shit.
So I picked up an amp. So long story. So I picked up an amp. It was at a yard sale, and the guy basically, you know, the guy's uncle passed away, and it was like the guy had no clue what it was, and
I like those kind of buys.
He's like, I don't know what it is. I don't even know if it works. This and that. So I said, okay, I'll buy it. So I bought it for $10 over what it was listed. Right? It was listed on the table for $70. I bought it for $80. So it went to one repair. So everyone I talked to, no one wanted to repair this amp because the price tag. So I looked into it. The amp was kind of worth like $17,000. So so I was like, okay, I can't just send it to anyone. I need someone that knows. So I sent it to this guy out in Michigan, which beware, don't do business with, I think his name was...
Please don't say somebody I know.
What was his name? I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
That's a good thing because we ain't going to bash nobody today.
Okay, so but I sent it to him. He ended up stealing the amp, and so I had like full investigations out, this and that.
Like you had to call the cops and stuff?
Oh yeah, like it was bad. Like, and I wasn't the only one. Like there was like 50 people that like this guy took amps from. So
oh my goodness.
So I got the amp back. It took about I want to say 8 months to get my amp back. And it was in worse shape than when I sent it because the guy didn't know. So you could tell the guy took it apart because the end plates were put back together backwards. The left was on the right and the right was on the left.
Oh my God, he didn't know what he's doing.
So then I sent it to another guy that is well known with amplifiers. He's in Ohio. I'm not going to mention any names.
You can mention him if he was good, because we all need a good amp, guys.
Well, long story short, he basically said he couldn't fix the amp. So he sent it back to me, and then.
Well, it's a good guy. I mean, he didn't take it if he couldn't do it.
So. So he sent it back to me. I held on to it for a little bit, really expensive.
When are you going to tell me what it is?
So it's a Critical Mass 2.5K, and it's the gold edition. So it has like the gold components and all that stuff in it.
Right.
So
Don't worry, I had to look it up too, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I am.
Uh-oh.
So then, since one of my biggest sponsors is Cosmos Audio, the owner of Cosmos Audio, Johnny, he sent me to the guy that he uses for all his amps, and I sent it out to him, and he was able to fix it.
Yeah, sorry guys, I lost you for a second, but I got to look that one up too. I've heard of Critical Mass, but I didn't know that they were that important.
So he was able. So it's supposed to be a good sound quality amp. I sent it to one of my team members to do testing on it and everything, and number wise, it does pretty good. Number wise, it is stable at 0.75, which is pretty cool for a sound quality amp. So,
man, there's a lot of those older amps, man, that are just crazy as far as like SPL goes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know who this guy is, man. You can probably tell that I'm a big like old school fan, but I was emailing back and forth with Steven Mance, is that audio guy, and man, they created some crazy crap. I'm trying to get him in for an interview, but he's like 100, and the guy's like, I mean, he's super eccentric. I don't know if you've ever seen any interviews with him, but you got to go check out interviews with Steven Mance. This guy's crazy. He's nuts. Yeah.
So
he's nuts,
do you guys, since you know a lot about old school stuff, do you remember, I think it was back in the 90s, everyone called it the other Typhoon. So everyone knows Scott with the Typhoon. The other Typhoon was a Audiobahn build, and before it was Audiobahn, it was Orion, and it was a full acrylic enclosure.
Audiobahn, and then it was Orion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. I mean, I didn't, because Orion was the shit back then.
Back in the day. So I know all this because I had a chance to actually get the vehicle, but I couldn't afford it at the time. But the vehicle was in the lanes with Alma Gates at the 1 year, and I think it held like 3 championships. But
hey, just to throw in, I do remember these Critical Mass amplifiers now. They were crazy. Yeah, they were like the bee's knees of like sound quality back then. I remember because they got that weird kind of like sideways
all
layout.
the famous people and stuff, like the rappers and stuff, they always used to.
Yeah, they were stupid nice, man. I mean, because they made them funny, and that they're like sideways and shit. If they weren't good, nobody would have used that crap.
Everybody tag the good amp repair guys in the comments, please. We got an amp that needs repaired.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got a guy who can repair it for you if you want me to send it.
Okay, give his name, please.
It's Rich. I mean, I've got 2 guys, but one guy's too busy. His name's. Hold on, let me look it up because I want to make sure. I can't remember his last name. I'm just having a brain fart, but it's Rich Hillman.
All the good amp repair guys that we can find.
Rich Hillman. So, RICH Hillman. Let's see, Anthony. I'm gonna make sure I get you a friend request too.
All right.
Yes, please.
to Naples.
So,
Okay,
like-
Jenkins, have you used Amp Lab?
Have I used Ant Lab?
Anybody? Because
What is
that's
Amp Lab?
coming up in the
What is Amp Lab?
bit. Hey, there's
Oh.
Mr. Eric. I heard you were getting your butt kicked by this summertime heat.
I had a splitting headache when I came home from work. I've been
Oh
taking
no, man, that's the worst.
Mm.
Headaches suck.
You
Well,
know,
what's Amp Lab?
it's another amp repair place.
But
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about now. I thought it was like a program or something. I was like, what Amp Lab?
So, like, just to kind of break down like what I got in my daily truck, which I use for
Right.
sound quality. I got a 3-way component in the dashboard. I got a 2-way wide bands in the pillars. I got 3-way front doors, 2 6.5s, and a compression driver per door. My rear doors are 2-way, 2 6.5s. I got the 2 6.5s under the seat. I got a Arc Audio PS8 Pro DSP, Cosmos Audio 200.4, and a Cosmos Audio 2000.5. Running everything in that. And then
Arc Audio DSP. What do you
Yep.
think about that? Those are not cheap.
oh, they're not cheap.
No.
So I love it. I love the built-in RTA. It's
You said you had the PS8 Pro?
I have the PS8 Pro, and then I have the PC something controller.
Yeah, man, that's a chunk of change right there.
Yes, it is.
I love DSPs though, man. You can't if you've never had one, you don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but
So
if you
I tell.
you
so
can't do it again.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, you can't do it.
I work at an audio shop, and then
Okay.
I also do my own thing on the side. I build custom speakers and stuff like that, and do boxes and audio installs and stuff on the side as well. But I tell everyone at the shop, time alignment makes a huge difference.
Yeah, that's just
And-
ridiculous how much
and-
it makes a difference.
No one at the shop so like I'm the lead installer at the shop, and some of these other guys, like they'll go in there and they'll start adjusting stuff and everything, and then I'm usually the guy that goes in behind them and starts tweaking with time alignment, starts tweaking with different delays and output trims and different phases and stuff like that, and it's a world of difference afterwards.
Yeah, I'd say so. What I can't stand is when I see somebody with a DSP and they don't have like no EQ set, they have no time alignment set. They just got like the crossover settings. I'm like, dude, you could have bought a crossover for $50.
Yeah, I know.
You got like $1,000 DSP and you only have crossover set on it. Oh
So-
my god! I just bought a what is that thing? I just bought a Helix
Nice.
DSP Mini, man. I kind of stayed away from it because they're German. I had a JL Audio Tweak 88. Don't get me wrong, that wasn't no slouch, but the software sucks. Honestly, it's not that.
So
It's just not intuitive.
one of my teammates, his name's on Facebook. It's SQ Dave. He used to run the Tweak 88 in his sound quality build, and he kept on having crash issues and programming issues. And
plus, it's just not easy to program.
Yep. So he just went with the Helix. He went with
The Helix. The Helix is one of the easier ones I've ever done. It really is. Like, it's just really intuitive. And I'm kind of, I had somebody around me that kept saying, "Hey, get a Helix, blah blah blah." And they kept on like pushing me, like to the point I wanted to slap them.
Mhm.
You ever had somebody like that? Like, they just keep saying shit. It's like, dude, you said it so much, I don't want it now. like just getting away from me.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel bad now because I'm like, well, it was pretty cool. Like it is pretty cool. It actually is. It does.
So like
good.
I built
awesome.
for Dave, I built him a beautiful single 15 box. Melissa's seen it. It has it's see-through acrylic, burnt wood finish.
Already hate it. I love
it. It's a stereo integrity 15 SQ15 inverted.
I'm not. That's not my thing. Like my thing's amps and power stuff. I am not. Like I built a box for my truck, dude. And like I got panels overlapping and shit, and it's just like it looks like my daughter built it. But I mean, it sounds good, but
So
I wish I had your skill.
I'm also one that loves power. So I used to have a 2001 Chevy Tahoe called the Green Machine.
Great freaking car, man, for a build.
It was called the Green Machine. I had 3 Bubonic Audio SPL Team 18s.
Oh my god!
Which were actually the only 3 production subs in the world.
Oh my goodness.
And because the prototype one I can't get my hands on because it's in a museum in Europe, and I already asked multiple times, and so I'm stuck with 3 subs. But I had 3 20Ks at 0.5, 1 per sub. My intentions with the build were going to be 6 20Ks per, so 2 per sub, strapped at a half, so a quarter ohm each.
That's ridiculous.
But that build ended up falling through. I had frame issues, engine issues, all because
frame issues.
Yeah. Loud stuff. And the truck was also built before lithium, so I had 30 Group 31s back there, so I had over 3,000 pounds in just batteries.
Yeah, I was gonna say, boy, you needed shocks. New springs or something.
Each sub weighs 150 pounds. Each amplifier is about 100 pounds each.
Old school.
I had fully built doors. My front doors I had 8 8s, 4 tweeters just in my front stage. My center console had 4 8s, 4 tweeters. So it was 32 speakers in just the front stage.
You guys been doing this crap a lot longer than me.
I have, man. Really, when I think about some of the stuff that I had, like I used to have amps back when Crunch was actually good.
I started in 1998.
So
when Kicker was called Stillwater Designs, that's how long it's been.
I was running.
So my very first setup was a cheater setup. I had a cheater amp.
Like that's not even a thing anymore, really.
Yeah, I know. So I had a little cheater amp on a single 12. It said it was rated at 360 watts at 4 ohms, and the amp there was no 2 ohm rating, but the amp was 2 ohms stable, and let's just say it did a little over 1,300 watts at a quarter.
That's what I was doing with my Boss amps. They were
Boss amps were great back when they were Z Audio.
Yes, that's
Dead audio.
Right before.
Yep.
You know that. You understand. Ball saying it ain't the same no more.
No, man, it's sickening.
Yeah, it is.
So that's like
to see how bad they are now. It's like
the same thing.
Like how bad they are.
So like in the early 2000s.
If you would have said Ball amps, you would have gotten roasted.
Yeah,
but some people don't know, man.
Here that we
it's like Planet Audio. Planet Audio was built by Z Amps at one time, by Z Audio.
Yeah.
I mean, they're junk now, but yeah, I mean, there was one point where Planet Audio was like, you were doing something if you had a Planet Audio amp.
That was the same thing with Hyphonics.
Speakers.
Hyphonics, man. Hyphonics is still living off their rep from the 90s.
So I used to have one of those Samson 8Ks.
Oh my god.
And I parted way with it back in probably 2008, 2009, but it was a great amp. I had that. That was one of the amps I went with when I had the S10. I had the Samson 8K on 212s. I had the Hyphonics Goliath 6400s.
That was a badass amp, man.
Yes, it was. So, but well, I'm probably gonna lose battery. I only got 5% here. So
Well, it was great talking to you. We're gonna
Yeah, man, it's been really good.
Anyway.
definitely, and I'll accept your friend request, and we'll continue, talking about.
Please do, man. I would love to talk to y'all again and extend the same courtesy to my show if you guys want to be on it. I mean, I'm not saying you have to be, but you can be.
And if anyone has any questions or anything, feel free to just send me a private message or something. I love technical questions. I'm one of the few that.
Can I ask them at 4 a.m?
Say that again.
We don't mind.
Can I text you at 4 a.m? Because that's when I think the most.
I'll get to you when I wake up.
I'm just messing with you, man. But yeah, I mean, I guess I do my best thinking in the middle of the night. But yeah, sure. I'll definitely shoot you some questions.
Anthony will technical you to death. Man, he is on it.
Yeah, but I'm super nerdy. You could talk to me like that, and everybody else will be sleeping, and I'll be like, oh well. I'm so excited.
Break that stuff down to me in blonde English.
Don't lie. I can tell you're not the typical female.
Technical on it, and I'm like, just do it for me, man.
That's lazy. You're
all right, guys.
You're not the normal woman. My wife came here, bought me a drink. She's like, she couldn't leave fast enough. She's like, I gotta get out of here. These guys are super crazy, super nerdy.
Nah.
That's what I said. I was like, you're the weird one. Thanks, Anthony. I think his phone died.
Yeah.
He's stuck.
Anthony died.
Bye.
Well, Eric, it is good to see you. Sorry we didn't get to get technical with you tonight, but we did ask about your truck and how she's doing.
I cut the dust caps off the mids today.
What?
Shorting rings came loose. My mids have shorting rings on the tops of the poles, and they keep coming loose for some reason. I don't know if I'm just getting them too hot and killing the glue, but the glue that holds the shorting ring, it's a copper shorting ring.
What kind of subs are they?
It's not a sub, it's a mid.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mid. What is it?
It's Savard Pros.
Right. Okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't know anything. So I'll just be quiet.
I'll talk to Will about it, and he's of the opinion that he wants to take them out of the speakers. He wants to start making them without the shorting rings. The benefit is not enough to justify them coming loose like that because when they come loose, the speaker just rattles. It doesn't stop playing or anything. It just rattles, and it doesn't rattle all the time either. It rattles at high excursion or just random.
No, that's annoying. Yeah.
So it's super annoying, but it's like the speaker's not blown. The coil tests perfectly. So I rebuilt.
Kind of like no point in it, right?
Savard offers rebuild parts for all of their products, everything except for the cheapest component set. That's
why I like them so much. That is one thing I like about Savard.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my favorite things about them is I can call Will, tell him I got a broken driver or sub, and the next day I'll have parts on my doorstep. So
that's awesome.
It's really awesome. Their shipping is great, and just their customer service is out of this world.
I'll keep that in mind. When I was looking for mids and tweets and stuff, I didn't even think about them, and I wish I had. Because I bought my tweets because I could recone them, and I wish I had gotten my door speakers the same way.
Yep.
I just hate wasting stuff, man.
I'm the same way. I would rather fix it than
absolutely. I'd rather pay half as much to fix it than to just have to throw it away and buy a new one.
I got old subs that I would just take the baskets off of and use the motors and TI baskets and build new subs out of the motors. Just I didn't want to have the motors go to waste.
I envy you. I'm just now learning how to do that. Like I'm just now starting to screw around with like recon subs, like ones that aren't supposed to be. You know, I don't know. I guess you could say aren't supposed to be recon.
Yeah, I remember when back in the day, a long time ago, I had a set of kickers and I blew them. And I called one of the speaker builders and I was like, "Can you fix my kickers?" And they're like, "Throw those away, guy."
That's what somebody told me. Remember, that's what Kicker told me. I was like, "You don't recon them?" They're like, "No."
There were some cheap Walmart kickers too. There was like, those ain't even worth the
Yeah, these are like from Best Buy, like $120 or something. But I mean, I would still fix them if I could get like the parts for $20. But
oh yeah. If it was these days, and
right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could fix that speaker. Am I going to fix that speaker? No.
Right.
But you could fix that speaker for less than you paid for it.
Am I going to fix my Sundown XV3s? Yes. If they blow up, I'm absolutely going to fix those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I've got two comp R10s sitting in my. I can see them right here. They've been sitting there for a long time, and they need new dust caps, and probably one needs a recon. They'll just be sitting there for a long, until my wife makes me throw them away.
Savard makes rebuild kits for even their cheapest subwoofers, the Rap Series.
I know.
Rebuild kits.
I know. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna write that down so I can start. I really don't want to deal with anybody who's not doing that.
It really is a no-brainer. I don't know why all companies don't do that. It doesn't make sense.
Because they don't want you to do that. They don't want you to buy that. They want to pimp you, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're making money on the rebuild kits too.
Yeah, but they ain't making as much money as they are on those new subs.
I guess so.
That's exactly it.
I guess that just shows you the difference in the mindset of Savard.
Well, it is, and they're making a ton of money on the new subs, and they make enough money on the recon kits. They just don't want to. They want that good money.
They would rather give their customers a quality product and then offer a way to fix it, and then have lifelong customers.
Yeah, but they don't see it that way, Plus, we're in a generation of people like me and you are kind of an anomaly. Most people don't want to do that.
Right. I mean, I work in the automotive industry. I'm a mechanic. I run a shop, and
right.
I find that with cars and everything else in my life too. They would rather the cars nowadays. You can't even get transmissions. Sometimes you have to buy a whole new one if your transmission.
They don't even want you to change the fluid. Half of them don't even have a way to put fluid in them.
Right.
Anymore.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, that's the way it is.
You're right. They did. I mean, it's just, me and my wife made a promise like a year ago. We said anything that we can rebuild or save, we're going to do it. Like we're just going to stop throwing away crap and just, we're not, digging in the garbage, but anything that we can do to just not throw something away. Right. Just to not be so damn wasteful.
I try to do the same thing. I can't say I'm perfect, but I try.
Well, I mean, nobody's perfect, but I'm better than I was.
Society, we really do, and we should be fixing more of our stuff.
Look,
hey, you know what? Those subwoofers that I was just talking about together, they cost $250. That's a lot of money.
Man, I have.
This is a 15-year-old
somebody's windshield out a dozen times.
This is a 15-year-old sub.
Man, I'm actually really partial to Sony Explode stuff because just like the time that it came out. Not that it was any good, but just the time it came out.
I say that's a 15-year-old sub because I've had that sub for 15 years and it still works.
Does it?
I ran those subs in my truck for a couple of years.
It's not square. It's not round.
I gave it to my brother. He ran it for a couple of years. And obviously, we never ran them on no major amps. I think it was on a 1500-watt amp at the biggest. And we just beat the crap out of them with no filters set. We didn't know what we were doing when we hooked them speakers up the first time. No filters set, no nothing, just beating them. And they still play perfectly fine. They ohm out perfectly.
Man, I used to have some beating systems, and I didn't even know what the fucking ohm was.
Yeah.
I'd be hooking shit up backwards and stuff, and it still sounded great.
These are single 4 ohms, so I couldn't get it no less than 2 ohms. Which
there
is
you go.
The reason they survived.
And I used to love those. So I'd buy those Sony Explode amps because they set 1,000 watts on them. And I swear to God, I was making 1,000 watts of those amps.
Well, if you put that amp on a Sony Explode speakers, then it works very well.
Yeah, if you had Sony Explode amps and Sony Explode speakers, oh, dude, you're getting it.
Yeah, because the Sony Explode speakers are pretty efficient. You know, they don't take a lot of power to move.
Right. They somehow turned that amp into 1,000 watts.
Right.
But it was awesome. It was an awesome time.
By the way,
It really
what's up
was.
to all my
All right.
teammates that have said hi. Keith.
Miss Jess is gonna go to bed, and I think we're gonna call it a night because
Well, it's been 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I plan to get on here for like a minute and just be like, "What's up?" And then it was that good that I just hung out. So,
Oh man, I am so glad I finally got to meet you.
yeah, me too, man. I'm glad I got to meet you too, and I definitely want to repay the favor. But man, just rapping with y'all was awesome. So thank you for that.
So you
All
have
right,
a channel?
y'all
You have a
go
YouTube
follow
channel?
his channel.
I do have a YouTube channel, and I'm not very popular yet, even though I do popular things, but I'm not a popular guy yet. So I just did a interview. I was just telling her I just had an interview with the guys from US Amps. I think it just came out yesterday, and then there's a part 1 and part 2. So if you like old school audio,
US Amps is still in business.
well, they're not. They weren't. The brand kind of shit itself and turned into RF audio, or was RF audio, and then it just kind of went away.
So is it even the same people anymore?
It's different people, same company with it's kind of like the next generation. Like the other people are still kind of involved, but not full time.
Huh.
It's kind of interesting. You have to watch the interview. I don't want to give it all away.
The quality of the product still the same?
No, they seem really interested in doing doing justice of the name. So I don't think they're gonna go to China, or at least if they do, it's gonna be proprietary equipment. It's kind of hard not to buy. It's kind of hard not to build stuff in China.
The way they name their amps is probably my favorite thing about them. They name their amps actual names.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that if you think about that really kind of other people have adopted, like the heat sinks. So everybody knows Down for Sound. Their heat sinks and stuff are inspired by US Amps, and then the names are iconic, and those big long surfboards, and they're just. I mean, there's a lot of things. Like if there's an amp company that could come back and kill it right now, it's them if they do it right.
Yeah, because Down for Sound is absolutely destroying it.
I can't. I'm gonna feel it. I'm good. Down for Sound. I like you guys.
I'm not a huge fan, but I don't dislike them.
It is what it is. I think that they're doing a good job and everything, but I'm if it's US Amps coming back, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna be involved. So and if they're doing a good job, then I want to see that happen. I want to see them to bring that back and do justice by it, because I've seen so many, kind of we were talking earlier, like Crunch, like Boss, like Planet Audio. I just seen them all go to shit, and if I can help them, do a little bit better, then let's do it. I don't want to see that. I'd like to see them come back and build some quality stuff. So
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, man, check out the interview. It's really good. And
what's the channel name?
It's Bass Dad. She's got the URL. It's on the chat thing, but it's Bass Dad. It's me. It's on YouTube. It's a decent interview, man. I've got a lot of praise for it, and that's kind of where I'm kind of leaning. I've been struggling for a while trying to find my place. Trying to do like amp dynos and product reviews and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what I want to do, and everybody's already doing this stuff, and I don't know if I'm really mattering or not. But then I think interviews is where I'm probably going to land at.
Great. Every time I see an
amp, it's a good amount of filler. Yeah, I mean it's a good episode to get through.
I go to YouTube and I look for amp dynos of that amp.
Yeah, everybody likes those, and I can watch it for days. Like I can watch the stuff for days, and I just got my power supply today to do another one to actually do them right, because I blew the last one up because I didn't have my power. But Down for Sound sent me amp and I caught it on fire. But that's a good video too.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. That's the one before this one, so you can go to that one too. But so it's stuff like that. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of stuff with US Amps, and then I've got Stephen Mance. I think is probably going to do an interview here in a couple weeks, and Derek Wilston is agreed to do one. So we'll see how it goes from there. But man, I wouldn't mind continuing. I know you guys are tired. I know she's like, "Hey, I said I was done, dude. You're still talking." But I wouldn't mind revisiting this again if we could, like some other time. So I'm gonna let y'all have it, man. My wife probably thinks I'm insane, but I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you having me on, and I do want to extend the same favor to you guys if you want to come on my show. So.
Hey, we appreciate you, and
absolutely,
we'll
man.
all be coming to give you a follow. Definitely.
I love it, man. I love it. Man, I've got, and I don't know if anybody ever comes at you this way or not, but I've got 2 daughters and a wife. My life is all about females, and I love seeing women do their thing. I do. I mean, it's just amazing to me. So good job, guys.
Seeing you at Lakeside Showdown.
I'll be there.
The other guys will see you this weekend. Get out and do some baseball shows.
I know it. I love it. Thank you, guys. All right.
Hey,
Send
be
me a
sure
friend
to get
request.
some footage because nobody ever gets show footage. We need footage.
I get that. I got that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that tip. What's your name? Tell me your name, dude.
My name is Eric.
All right, Eric. I'm Jeff, but you can look at me and base that. Send me a friend request if you're on Facebook. I'd like to talk to you again.
All right, definitely.
Sounds good, man. Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. Yeah, y'all be good.
Good night now. Thank
All
you,
right,
Jeff.
I love you guys. Bye.
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 See ya. Bye-bye.
Okay. Eric, Alyssa, thank you. Alyssa, I appreciate you sat through all the technical. I promised you I wouldn't do that to you, and I still did.
I'm really good at smiling and nodding. Uh-huh.
You did great, baby girl. I will see y'all soon. And Eric, pick out what team we're going after. Team Wars is on us. We're going to win.
For the
And I am taking my national team, and we're going to go win somewhere up north.
Who's on top as far as Base Wars teams right now?
We don't know. It's just now getting started.
They
have 2 teams competing sometime this month. And
this is the new format that we've seen Billy post about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Team Wars, trunks get 20 for their handicap. No walls get 15 for a handicap. A wall gets 10. Extreme gets 0. So that is on top of your score. We can choose to do this as a 30-second average as a team, or we can play Burt Wars with them. However y'all want to go dominate. Let's do this.
My coils and my subs are starting to cure up. I want to start playing them longer and longer. I want to see what they can take with these new American coils that I have.
Oh, I look forward to seeing what research you come up with on those, because those American coils are going to do you well. I got that feeling.
Yeah, we're cluttering up Alyssa's car right now with extra speaker boxes that don't belong in there.
I've been over all this already.
All right. Well, I will let y'all go because I heard Alyssa needed to put some hot wings in the air fryer.
Yeah, dinner time.
David?
Yeah, I know. I'm starving too. So let's say goodnight. I appreciate everybody for coming. There was one note that I didn't get to. I wanted to thank Lyric from Get Loud Car Audio for coming and running for me this weekend. He runs that truck like a champ. Man, I love that child. So y'all go check out that, and we're going to say goodnight, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.